and welcome back here to the DreamHack Pro Circuit, where Cloud9 just fell to NRG in halting their consistent streak of finding a way to be able to place within the top 4 in North America. Historic matchup there, and we are not done when it comes to making history at DreamHack Leipzig. I am Wade Dreadnought Penfold, and I will be your host throughout the weekend. And as always, got the boys up here with me with the Chiefs and Gibbs. Guys, last couple of thoughts here over that last series. What does it mean for the, kind of the history in the future here, maybe for North America and the RLCS?
I don't think it means much. It just means NRG and Cloud9 are going to just be battling all the time.
Yeah.
And we talk about the big three. We thought it might have been ending here, but G2 also looked really good, and no one else from NA stepped up. We might still be in a big three era.
Yeah, final thoughts. You wait, Season 7 rolls around. Cloud9's taking it right back. We're going right back even keel. It's just this time around, NRG got the better of them.
Well, as I said, that is not going to be the only one with a lot of history. Our next matchup is one that has a lot of history, but kind of in a different manner. Not in direct matchup, but within the players and the history of Rocket League, all the way back to really its origin.
We talk about supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars, and two of the legends from that game, Scrub Killa and, of course, Cooksier. They've been battling out like Scrub when he was 7. Cooksier, he was probably the same age always, I think, because he's just a legend in the game. And it's funny, because we talk about these two players. Everyone looks up to Cooksier. When he talks in a room, everyone listens. And then we have the prodigy on the other side, Scrub Killa, where everyone expects him to just go off as soon as he joins the RLCS. Had one down season, but everyone expects him to eventually hoist that trophy.
And even for players like Bluey and Devo, it's like, sure, those guys weren't around since the SARP days, but like they've been playing against these guys as well. Like even before RLCS, you go back to like all the weekly tournaments before we got those started. Like every week, it was these guys playing each other in competition. So they're all familiar with each other on the pitch.
Well, let's go ahead and get this thing started right off here. Moving down to the stage on the blue side, we have ourselves, Flipside there in the blue.
And Flipside, they had to survive yesterday. That's the best word I can give to them. They didn't look good versus PSG for basically 15 minutes, honestly. They didn't really put up any offense. Mystic, I feel like, is that one that has to be consistent on the offensive side to make Flipside work. He wasn't for the first 3 games. He showed up in games 4 and 5. But, of course, like the worst storyline in all of Rocket League is when Flipside is down in the lower bracket, they find a way to win. And probability, they shouldn't be able to do it, but they always do. Cooksier, another great overtime winner. Speed just likes looking at himself. So, and they are the WSOE title champions here.
That is a funny note, actually. I remember talking to Speed after the end of WSOE. He goes, I have ruined all lands for me from this point on because I won my first one.
He basically doubled all the money he's won in Rocket League in one event in one weekend.
And here now we're going to take a closer look at Vitality. As you talked about, these players in the past are ones that are very much well known for their one-on-one, some even within the 3 versus 3, and really trying to, kind of collab here together with this roster.
Exactly. It's 3 superstars, and K-Dop left the best team in the world, Dignitas, to join them.
I just realized, why was I talking about Blue
I know,
and Devo?
yeah.
Why didn't you just put me over the fire?
As a new guy, I was like, have I got something wrong here?
We were transitioning. It's fine. It's fine. Fairy Peak. He used to be the best 3v3 player in the world. He's one of the best 1v1 players in the world, and his arch rival in 1v1s is Scrub Killa. But they have to put it together in a 3v3 environment, and they're slowly starting to do it so far through day 1 and day 2. But now they play Flipside, though title winners. They need to make it to the semis. They want to make it to the finals. They want a title because everyone keeps talking about Vitality should win everything, but they don't. They're terrible. And honestly, they don't like hearing that at all. So they want to quiet all of Reddit, basically.
Yeah, but the best part is that even if I did confuse Blue and Devo for K-Dop and Fairy Peak, that sentiment literally still stands. So it works.
We understood what you were talking about.
One thing I want to pose here, when looking at Flipside in that lower bracket run and having those capabilities, since we are at single elim, does that mean that rule still applies to them because they need to get, essentially by losing, they are in a single elim bracket, or is that completely out the window, here for that kind of legacy run that they seem to always have?
They just have to go down 2 games, and then it'll count again, and then they can get the reverse sweep.
It's that back foot fact.
Exactly. So that's what they have to do. Mystic says they always start really slow. I don't think they can do that here versus Vitality. Want to keep that momentum going, but hey, it works for them. I don't know why. Again, probability says Flipside, you should lose half of those, but they don't.
And what is nice, I mean, I do feel Vitality back in a little bit more familiar territory. Echo Zulu, it definitely was shaky for them. And then Fairy Peak talked about it a little bit. He's like, it's tough playing those teams because they don't like playing against teams like that because there's a lot of extra pressure to play against those teams and you're expected to win, and it makes it that much harder. So now they're back up against Flipside. It's like, all right, that's fine. Who cares? We've played Flipside a dozen times. Let's go do it more.
Well, guys, now it's time for the answer. Do you think Vitality has the tools to be able to mesh as a roster here and get a win over Flipside, or has Flipside got what it takes?
So I have to say that the one team, like everyone says, oh, you're biased to these teams here or there, and it's usually about good teams, so I don't count that as bias. I am always biased towards Vitality. I don't know why. I just think they are so good on paper that they should be really good as a team. I'm going Vitality here because I didn't like what I saw from Flipside on day number 2. Sure, Vitality didn't look amazing against Echo Zulu, but they were playing really good ball. I'm going Vitality. I think we'll see a new level from them today, and I really want to see them kind of just shut everyone up because I don't like these like, oh, these guys are terrible. They should never be a team. I hate those Reddit comments, so I want them to shut up Reddit. I got Vitality here.
I was a little bit more hesitant, but I am actually also picking Vitality.
Really?
I liked Flipside at WSOE, but I only liked them after NRG tilted themselves out of the grand final. I was not convinced by it. Yes, they absolutely deserve to win. Not to take anything away from Flipside, but you need to prove me wrong right here.
And, you know, for me, I sit on the side of one of them have proven to be able to work as a unit once in a while. It's pretty, you know, maybe once in a blue moon here. And for me, that's why I got to stick with Flipside. The success that they have had at moments is what I'm going to hinge on here to determine they've got themselves a victory. It's going to be a close one and a doozy here. And taking a look at what you guys have at home, 55% sitting on the side of Vitality. Very interesting considering, you know,
actually,
how big of a name Flipside is within the European scene.
I feel like Gibbs and I were definitely here, like, taking the upset pick a little bit. So,
that is very strange to me.
Please trying to say chat just follows what you guys say all the time? No,
that's
they don't
a lot
do
of
that.
power. That's a terrible mistake.
All right, so let's go ahead and hear from some other people other than maybe chat. It's, you know, of course, the commentators here, Jorby and James Buck. Guys, what are your thoughts here? Does Vitality have the chance?
Twitch chat also had like 80% picked Echo Zulu over Dignitas.
That was
understandable,
right?
though.
Fair.
Yeah, this is honestly a really tough pick. I don't really blame Twitch chat for picking Vitality. Vitality looked, you know, they look better than their previous form. And I'm not talking about, you know, this weekend. They look better than in previous tournaments. And I think that, you know, fans are betting on that continuing to get better this weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just, you've got some high-profile players, but can they put it together?
I'm ready for it, boys. Let's go ahead and see it, and we'll catch you on the flip side. I think that one's fair.
Yeah, Wade, we've done that one before quite a bit, so.
Yeah, he'll learn that we all hate puns around here.
Yeah,
so.
that's, you know, he's new.
Yeah,
we'll give him a pass.
He gets the 30-day trial, you know. But I mean, for Vitality, they aren't without their issues this weekend. They were still prone to double commits, even in that series against Echo Zulu. And the player to watch for me on that team is Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak, it was kind of the guy he was the problem on the double commits for Vitality yesterday, and so I want to see him shore things up. But when this team was looking good, they were passing the ball to each other, playing really good ball in the midfield, great infield passes, and that's what has netted them success.
Absolutely, and you just can't discount how good of a player K-Dop is. The big roster move, him leaving Dignitas to come over to this Vitality team. He has faith in this squad, but flip side, WSOE champions, can they keep their major streak going here against Vitality?
And to Gibbs' point of Flipside merely surviving through day number 2, they survived in large part due to speed and his ability to make plays on his own. Flipside are going to need more than that. They're going to need their long-standing legend, Abe Cuxer, to get involved. They're going to need Mystic to get involved if they have hope here against Vitality in game number 1 of our final quarterfinal match of the day. Cucks here. Oh, a good challenge by Mystic to grab control of that. Wasn't able to get the second touch. K-Dop was able to grab it there, but still allows Flipside to stay here. And a good idea by Fairy Peak as well to just control and try to get this ball by Flipside.
And finally, a long clear coming out from Scrub Killup. Mystic, not the greatest hit. It's going to set up a shot. Mystic comes back to make the save. Still full boost here now. Scrub trying to work with Fairy.
And it was a good steal. The midfield boost here by Vitality, just continually rolling up that left side wall. And Fairy Peak was hesitating just a little bit. K-Dop had him covered on the back end. Allows Flipside still to get to the attacking third of the orange half. Scrub
That was a good bump there on Scrub Killa, but the net was found by K-Dop. K-Dop, a golden striker, if you will, striking this one.
I didn't think there was a gap there. I was surprised that this went in, but he just kind of pulled his way through it. Yeah.
It looked like Speed came up to challenge K-Dop, and K-Dop just squeezed it with him, launched it right towards net, so Vitality getting on the board.
Take it when it's given to you, Vitality. And K-Dop gonna boom it downfield again, and we talk about Fairy Peak. In the first minute and a half, he's looked solid. That's a dump out from Scrub Killa, not enough power to get it out. Mystic quickly rolls around to the other end, and a deep pass, almost ogled by Scrub. K-Dop comes in the nick of time to throw it downfield. Now up to Scrub on the transition. Mystic plays it away, but misses the second touch and a great save. Bails it out.
Now Mystic and net being a savior right there. But now another attack coming on. Scrub waiting to see how this play pans out.
Oh, Speed came flying down to throw it. If he wasn't there, it didn't get that touch down to the ground. It's likely another goal for Vitality. Cuxer high off the backboard. It's a free shot for Speed. He throws it straight center, and Flipside tie the game.
Yeah, and that was a lovely placed hit from Cuxer. He put it too high for K-Dop to get to. He wasn't able to make the double tap happen, but he did get the backward pass. And this one setting up Speed to get the equalizing goal.
And so Vitality, Flipside may continue to test.
Oh?
They test, oh my goodness, oh, we've been back into Speed. So much happened in such little time. Pinball Wizard Speed scores.
Yeah, what are we seeing here? Look at that, Cuxer with the dunk. Speed in the right place at the right time. And he hits that one in. That one, you could tell, was shaping up to be a strange play as soon as Ferry was tangled up on the goal line. It looked like Vitality was going to get out of it unscathed, but no, Flipside getting an interesting goal there.
It's been a series of interesting events.
Another one!
Oh my goodness, Cuxer scores again. Flipside popping off.
You see him camping the goal line here. Cuxer getting challenged by Scrub, and then this time, Speed returning the favor for Cuxer. Cuxer just camping in front of net.
So Flipside, just like that, it was, I feel like it was 1-0 about a second ago. And Flipside have scored 3 unanswered in the span of 30 seconds. Boomer downfield, Vitality, they need that space to reload and think a little bit, and here in the attacking third, a good challenge up front. Cuxer being harassed from behind. Mystic was looking for Speed, but it was nowhere close, and Vitality double commits anyway.
And you said it was Ferry who was having problems. It was him, you know, jumping for that ball when he was not leading the charge. So Vitality perhaps getting a little shook by these Flipside goals.
And again, they move down the field. Speed looking for the hit from Cuxer. He's got it. Speed's got the second touch and then rolls away. Scrub able to pick it up.
That was crazy. Speed even making contact on that double tap. Now a chance out in front of net. Ferry wasn't able to make the shot.
But it's a good idea. Getting a quick pass out to center right in front of the box. It was too far ahead of Ferry that time, but you want to see Vitality continue to go for those to break through this Flipside defense.
Now center ball to K-Dop. K-Dop that shot high. Mystic knocking it out. K-Dop with another center ball. Ferry getting a piece of it. K-Dop's turning. He's got no boost, but he did get the hit. That was critical because the other Vitality defender also turned around.
And a nice idea from Scrub, just no one from Vitality able to quickly follow it up. Oh, just missing the pass was Cuxer from Mystic, but he gets back to the ball. Speed's flying in, and it's saved. Another double commit from Vitality, but it was a light one, and Flipside take control again. Scrub gets the boomer.
Flipside so threatening. Every time Vitality going for a touch, a Flipside player getting there just a split second before and putting the ball in a dangerous spot off the backboard or off the wall.
Interesting place here by Flipside. Just see them kind of going up and down really close to each other. It's been working out so far. It's kind of weird to read if you're Vitality. Not really sure where the ball's going to go with two players close to the ball, but Flipside have made it work so far. A great pass into the net for K-Dop off the great pass from Fairy Peak.
This was a thing of beauty. Fairy Peak with the handoff here to K-Dop. The pre-jump paying dividends. And K-Dop getting Vitality within one. They can still do this.
They need a good kickoff. If they want a good chance at the net here, they're gonna get a favorable kickoff here, Fairy Peak. Rolling around the corner, following up K-Dop, he's by one. Off the back wall by two, Scrub with a follow-up, a good challenge by Mystic, and a crucial clear by Speed to boom it downfield. He scores as well, and Flipside get up 2 again.
The hat trick from Speed all the way from his own corner. Fairy Peak had to watch in sadness as that ball just slowly bounced into the net. And Flipside, some unorthodox goals this game, but they will take every single one, finding a way to win.
And so yesterday, Flipside getting by on the graces of Speed's individual ability. And in game number 1 against Vitality, while there were some wonky plays for sure, Flipside playing as a complete unit.
And led by this man in the green bubbly octane, Speed with the hat trick and an assist, 100% goal participation. Speed, he had big shoes to fill coming in to fill in for Yukio. The first tournament that he played, WSOE in Vegas, he comes in and Flipside plays lights out Rocket League. And in game 1 versus Vitality, when their tournament life's on the line, Speed playing lights out yet again.
And Vitality, their backboard, it was tested a couple of times against Flipside, and it resulted in a couple of goals like you saw right there. And it was just well executed. It was a great pass. Vitality had a couple of nice plays, but for the most part, a couple of plays that Vitality had that may have gotten them some opportunities were killed by offensive double commits. There were 2 crucial ones that hurt them. And then at the end, I mean, Vitality, you got to pull the goalie per se at the end there, because you got to be able to score.
And I mean, it was just a perfect shot from Speed all the way from his own corner. It's so difficult to get a shot that powerful that doesn't hit off the ceiling and become an easy ball to save. It was just a great shot from Speed from all the way downtown. And at that point, you know, you said it, Jorby. Vitality's going to throw everything but the kitchen sink. Maybe even the kitchen sink at it.
They might throw the whole bathroom.
The baby with the bath water, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, baby with the bath water. Anyways, I want to see Scrub getting more involved in this offense. He was really quiet in game number 1. And sans a couple of challenges, you really didn't see or hear much of him. For Vitality to fight back into this, they're gonna need it all. Scrub, good challenge up high. K-Dop trying to take the pass from Fairy Peak, but it's knocked out. Mystic, the dump out to himself. It's only over to K-Dop. He's got Scrub on the wing. Scrub shoots, and it's blocked and turned away by Cuxeer. What a defensive effort by Flipside.
And that was the right play to make. It was just the defense from Flipside holding strong, but you gotta wonder if Scrub could have put that in a better spot.
You know, Cuxeer easily rolls that out and away in Vitality. This is where they want to be. And look at K-Dop back over, but blocked by Mystic. It would have been an insane pass down. He just couldn't connect.
Double commit, though.
On the play. Quick
all
pass.
alone. And again, K-Dop just a whisker away from scoring that first goal of the game. Vitality's passes, they're looking for him. They just cannot execute. But they are warming up.
All around the corner. Scrub can't find the challenge again. They've been rolling around that corner a couple of times. You need to start to see them go infield. Scrub, he's gonna look for Fairy on the corner, but ended up side flipping out, didn't have the angle. K-Dop looking for Scrub on the play. Able to find him. Vitality controlling in the offensive half. He's by 2, but lost control of the ball there. Still Fairy's in quickly, and Mystic, great backboard defense to carry it back out.
Yeah, we've seen some good possessions by Vitality, opting to make the slow play, go for the team passing plays, and they have been having space to work with. They just can't find that final few meters to put the ball in the back of the net. Ooh. And almost getting it there, a dangerous spot, but again, Flipside escaping without conceding a goal.
And Speed able to kick it downfield as well. That's right over to Cuxeer. That shot right into Scrub. The Scrub killer able to boom it back downfield. Speed, a good touch out to the side. Flipside need a crucial follow-up here. Vitality have had a couple of good possessions. One might crack here. A great pass. That shot is in for Scrub. Lower corner. Vitality strike.
It was just a matter of time. Vitality going for pass after pass. It wasn't working, but they finally find it. Barry getting Scrub that pass, and Scrub placing it in the bottom corner. That is the placement that's needed to beat this Flipside defense, and Scrubby does it.
And again, those are the passes that are going to work for Vitality if they're going to break down Flipside. They'll need more of it. It's Flipside absolutely will threaten. In fact, they're going to threaten right here off the backboard, but well defended by Fairy Peak. Coxier beats Kate up to the ball here, but Scrub has free reign off the backboard. And Vitality have really just slowed down in general, trying to change that pace and forcing Flipside to make an error or make a bad challenge, which will result in a favorable touch for Vitality and even a mutual whiff, which will benefit Vitality here as they continue to work their way down to the blue half.
Yeah, they've just been trying to let Flipside make mistakes. Flipside's giving them space to work with, so they're taking it, and they're using it right now, slowing down the game. They've controlled most of the possession. They've been having multiple scoring opportunities. It seems like they might be able to stabilize, but now Flipside on the counterattack. Speed going for that bump, but again, patience from Vitality, and they hold strong.
Yeah, and heads-up play by the teammates of Fairy Peak, recognizing that the bump was coming in to cover the option if that shot did come through. But still, Speed, he got the pick in midfield. Scrub able to play it away. So Flipside, you feel like they're knocking on the door with some of these. The Speed, you scare me. That miss on the backboard. But Flipside continue to chug along, hunting for their tying goal. And that challenge gonna go for Speed. He makes a great challenge in the corner, tries to punch it back over. But you see Flipside playing very safe and back. I mean, there probably wasn't a play to be had there. Mystic, he's got Speed up high. Fairy Peak had a great read.
Fairy Peak not letting Speed get that shot. Time running out for Flipside. K-Dop again quickly up to meet that ball. Flipside's offense being shut down completely. We saw some strange goals from them, and now a chance, but Mystic whiffs. Chance for Speed to follow up off the post. Cookster can't get enough power on his shot, and Vitality clear it to safety.
Now somebody's got to score that goal if you're Flipside. That's the best chance you've had all game two. They want that one back, absolutely. Flipside, it's going to be hard to generate another chance like that. They may get one though. Scrub, a great clear off the backboard. Speed looking for Mystic, only found K-Dop, and Scrub Killer flies in. Vitality killing tons of time. A great touch from Scrub, and no one on Flipside finds this ball. Coxier lost for the ball, can't find it at all. Scrub gonna play it slow. He's over one, trying to score the goal that will put the nail in the coffin of game number two. Splitting the ends here on the blue half of the pitch. The ball will drop in the blue net. Almost. Vitality win game number two.
Vitality controlling every aspect of the game in game two. It seemed like Flipside was stuck in their net the entire time. You see Mystic zeros across the board, 0 goals, assists, saves, shots, nothing. He had so much trouble getting involved. He even had an opportunity to make a shot and equalize. He wasn't able to do it. Speed had the follow-up. He put it off the post. Cookster then had his chance, and it was a weak shot. So Flipside, their offense struggling in this game.
And you mentioned Mystic zeros. There were even a couple of times when Coxier or Speed were both trying to find Mystic on the pass. Mystic was never in position to receive it, or someone was there to cut him off. He just wasn't in the best spot possible. And, you know, Gibbs talked about this yesterday, about how Mystic very up and down. And I think we've seen that this weekend out of him.
And Mystic, I mean, we've seen that before. We've seen his potential getting to the grand finals with Maka back in what, season 2, season 3?
Season 3, I believe, yeah.
So, you know, Mystic, he's got that ability. He can play, but you're right. It's sometimes we've seen a little bit of ups and downs, and honestly, we've seen that out of Flipside in general. They've had amazing moments. They've had less than stellar moments. You know, in game 1, they had some unorthodox plays. They got the win. Game 2, though, completely silent, but a lot of that is due to Vitality. They made those adjustments after game 1, and it really worked for them game 2.
And I loved what I saw from Scrub Killer. Said he needed to be more involved in game number 2, and he was able to pick up a goal, and he won so many crucial challenges in the corner. Great passes to keep plays alive in the offensive half of the field. And Vitality, they really look like they're coming together as a squad, especially here against Flipside. But Coxier starts off on the kickoff with a shot on net. Mystic already forced back on the transition.
And you need Mystic to get involved on the offense. Back in Vegas at WSOE, we had the chance to talk to Mystic, but now a chance for Vitality. A good save from Mystic there, playing some defense.
There he is. There he is, Mystic.
Yeah, I mean, showing up on defense, but what he said was with the addition of speed, he's allowed to do much more on the offensive side of the ball, but we just didn't see it last game.
And even yesterday, it was a lot of speed generating the chances for Flipside. In game number 2, it really looked like their survival play in day 2 of Leipzig. You want to get back to that game 1 style where they were able to score 4 against Vitality. Mystic dumps it out, but no one from Flipside able to jump up.
And another thing we saw was Flipside struggling with double commits, something they had huge problems with in the past with Yu-Gi-Oh! Their defense being quite suspect at times. It wasn't horrible last game, but they definitely did struggle with it a little bit.
You know who didn't double commit last game at all, I think? Fairy Peak. And Vitality ended up winning the game. I wonder if there's a correlation there.
Well, now a pass down attempt. K-Dop was prowling. Now Fairy Peak going for a double tap pass out into the middle, but he ran out of boost.
And tried to steal the boost in the corner, but it never popped up.
But you're right, Jarby. It wasn't just Fairy, though. It was the entire team of Vitality making those adjustments. You've got K-Dop now in the midfield.
What a better touch.
He's always sitting there waiting to get that touch to throw the defense off. And now a shot off the crossbar.
Good passing plays by Vitality. Not even over. K-Dop tried, but Mystic was there to block. So good job by Flipside. They got away with one for sure. Scrub just a little bit lower. Flipside still wouldn't have been able to save that earlier shot on net. Vitality get a couple more of those. Flipside are gonna be hurt. Cuxer maybe looking to get past onto Mystic there. Fairy Pig picked it up. And every time I feel like we switch to a Flipside player in the first half here, they're all out of boosts.
Now they're struggling for boost right now, but a good challenge at midfield by Mystic, and also speed using wave dash, using a wave dash, even though he didn't have any boost. Getting that little bit of extra speed to challenge the ball and keep the attack going.
Oh, and speed off the ceiling. Maybe wanted to touch on the side a little bit more to send it across the box, but he's got plenty of time. That ball hung in the air for a while. But K-Dop gets the clear, forcing Mystic up. He's got to get this touch over to somebody. He finds Speed, who can't find anybody. Scrub Kill able to pick it up. Cuxer can't get there. Scrub back over to K-Dop. Mystic with the block. And Vitality slowly creeping forward in the blue half here again. You see Fairy Peak, he's harassing the defense on the line on his way out pretty consistently, and he's done that all weekend. That shot blocked up low by Cuxer. Up low, that's an incredible phrase.
But blocked nonetheless by Cuxer. This Flipside defense being tested as K-Dop goes in to try to get the dunk. He has no boost, he'll have to retreat. Speed gonna go for another touch. Throwing off Scrub a little bit. Now Cuxer bangs it hard off the corner, but easily read by K-Dop. Scrub, wow, couldn't make that redirect happen. So back and forth gameplay right now between Flipside and Vitality. This one's a close game. Approaching the final minute, Jorby, no goals on the board.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Vitality are really just throwing everything in the middle and seeing what Flipside can block. It's really testing Flipside's defense right now. They haven't been able to break out, and give credit where it's due to their defense, but still they have to find their way through. These long clears, throwing it straight to Vitality, it's not gonna work, Flipside. You gotta make something work down the middle of the pitch. A pass and another good bump by Fairy Peak as Scrub tries to flip it up, but a good challenge by Mystic.
That bump from Fairy on Cuxer definitely put Flipside in a tough spot. Now is allowing Vitality to start their attack.
Again, Cuxer, this one fortunately gonna bounce right back to him, but Fairy Peak got a piece of it. K-Dop gonna boom it downfield himself. And even though it is 0-0, we just feel like we're talking about Vitality constantly, and that's why, because Fairy Peak skydiving towards the net.
Fairy just lurking here. You see him eyeing this shot right here and just narrowly sneaking it by both defenders in Flipside. Fairy Peak, just a cute little touch, and that's gonna get Vitality the go-ahead goal in the final seconds of Game 3.
And Vitality, like you said, they had been going for it all game long. Finally, Flipside cracked, and now on their back wheels, if you will, with 10 seconds left. They got this chance from midfield. Oh, and missing the touch out mid. He wanted it out, did not get it. Vitality clears it away. One more chance here. Cucks here blocked by Scrub. Can't keep it in the air. Vitality take it to match point against Flipside Tactics.
Vitality again. It seems like after game one, the adjustment had just been working for them. Vitality taking time, playing patient Rocket League, forcing Flipside to put together a coherent attack, which they just haven't been able to do. Vitality getting physical, making those bump plays. They're winning the midfield game. You've got K-Dop and Ferry continually being a nuisance, and Scrub also just getting up, challenging balls. Vitality, even though this was a very close game, 1-0, Vitality, they really did control this game.
I mean, even that goal right there, you saw Cuxer, he tried to take it out, but he had no boost, and that was Flipside all game. They generated one shot all game long. They were forced to save the ball 8 times against Ronald Vitality. It was just an onslaught of pressure.
Yeah, Cuxer, the only player on Flipside to register a single shot for Flipside. Vitality, on the other hand, everyone getting those shots in. You know, they didn't manage to score till the final seconds, but again, Jorby, this was just so one-sided. Vitality, their offense, slow and composed.
Flipside need to find a way. The boost management, they need to find a way to get boost on the field. Vitality have just expertly, tactically controlled the pitch in game number 3. Flipside, now they need to adapt. They need to change the pace in game 4 to force a game 5 here in our final quarterfinals match. Off the kickoff already, it's a great touch for Vitality to move forward. Here's Scrub, and after game 1, James, Scrub has looked incredible on the offensive half of the field. He had another great touch there to K-Dop. That time blocked and knocked away, but still, it's an open net. And a rare open net for Vitality in this series. Cuxer gets the first goal.
This is another one of those goals where Vitality is caught out, and Scrub Killa, he must have taken ball cam off for a split second, and that was the second that Cuxer shot.
Well, you take those if you're Flipside, and maybe that's all the difference it needs to restore a little bit of confidence in this Flipside squad. A quick pass and a demo, almost a shot by Cuxier. Another shot, Cuxier on the line, couldn't get in the way. He certainly tried the transition by Vitality, thwarted for now. That shot wide and to the right.
Yeah, I'd love to see another look at that goal. It looked like Mystic had a lot of the net to shoot at, but didn't get the placement where he wanted it. Could have very easily been 2-0 in favor of Flipside after that shot.
Oh, a nice touch by Speed, and a good follow-up by Mystic. That's what they've needed. Now can they generate something here on the offense? The challenge only going to go to Fairy Peak, and Flipside seem content to wait in mid here early, and if they do that, Scrub might pick it off in midfield like he just did right there.
And that's such a shame because the challenge previously in the past was so good to Scrub Killa. He just couldn't get the shot he wanted.
Okay, K-Dop pops it over one. Cuxier ended up flipping back into his net. He knew Speed, plenty of time to pick that up. The challenge by K-Dop to it just resets Flipside. Every time you get past the defense like that, you're forced to rotate back, and it's so hard to follow it up when you're expecting that touch out to at least midfield and you don't get it. The pressure by Vitality is really cracking. Flipside, Fairy Peak, down and in, rocket power!
Fairy Peak will not miss these. He had such a good line on it. We saw the double commit from Cuxer. Mystic just too slow, so Fairy, he just needed to make the read, and he did exactly that. A textbook double tap for Fairy Peak.
Is this the Vitality that everybody wanted to see?
I believe so, Jordan.
I think they've shown up. And I think they're finally here. Flipside just do not have an answer. And that touch out to the side. Trying to get it back to Scrub. Good challenge by Mystic. It would be a better challenge if someone from Flipside could be available to follow it up, and that's just been the story of this series. Ever since game 1, Flipside have just looked lost on the pitch. Here's Speed downfield, a chance. Maybe better afforded to go for Cuxer on the play as one guy was in net. Still Flipside hunting for this ball. That shot just wide, played away anyway by Scrub.
But that was the right approach from Flipside, finding Speed down in the middle. He didn't get a strong shot. But Flipside still in this one as we pass the half-point mark of the game.
On flip side, another pass to Mystic. Can't make the touch still. It's right back to Speed. Does get that touch in the corner, and maybe we need the heroics from Speed. A whiff allows Scrub to almost move past Mystic as well. Mystic, he clears one. Can he get another? Doesn't have a ton of boost. Got a shot on net. Fairy Peak has the save.
Fairy Peak coming in, just making standard save there. Now chance on the other end. Mystic denying Scrub Killer. K-Dom, control, going for an air dribble, but he runs out of boost, and Speed will hit that off to safety.
And again, the challenges on the defensive end, mostly good for Flipside. The miss on the backboard is denied by K-Dom. He saves the day.
Yeah, Speed, he hit the ball with the bottom of his wheels, the bottom of his car, and didn't get a lot of power on it. Had he air rolled and hit that with the hood of his car, he might have been able to get the power to beat the final defender, but he was mainly trying to get accuracy. Good hustle on defense from Vitality.
Scrub pass out far left over to Fairy. Able to keep it close. Such a great touch by Fairy Peak. Almost made it work completely. But Cuxter able to throw it away and then ended up flipping right by it. Cuxter hasn't looked like his patented Cuxter self, especially in this game 4.
Cooks, we know that he has the ability to play at MVP levels. But right now, all of Flipside struggling to keep up. Vitality, they seem to have figured out this Flipside attack after game 1.
You saw Speed try to go for the boost steal there. They're trying to grab control, any kind of length, and Vitality just take this off the backboard. The shot saved by Mystic. Scrub, if it goes a little higher, his next one, it goes in. A nice pinch off the back wall. The shot in off the post. Speed puts Flipside up 2-1.
There was a need for Speed, and he delivers here in game 4, getting Flipside the lead in the final seconds off the post and in. Flipside just might stay alive if they can hold on.
He helped them survive day 2. Can he help them survive game 4? Scrub. Back over to K-Dot, looking for Scrub again on the challenge. He got it. Fairy Peak up there quickly. That shot off the post. Quickly there is K-Dot. Too high off the backboard. Cuxier tries to clear this. Scrub has a chance to keep it in play. Quickly there is Fairy Peak. Off to the corner is K-Dot. K-Dot off the back. Well, the roll in. It's off the post and out. Vitality robbed down the field. Flipside. Can they win it? Vitality aren't done yet. High off the backboard. K-Dot drops it. No good. Flipside take it to game 5.
Flipside. They were sweating a bit in the end, but they hold on. Vitality having a chance. That shot going off the post in the last seconds. Then again, with K-Dot, you can see Cuxer's reaction there. But, we've seen it even with Scrub Killer just a few seconds before the backboard reads. They're there, they're making contact, but it's not the strong shots on net that you expect to see from some of these players. And even here, you can see that one, Fairy Peak getting the equalizer. And then we'll see the Speed goal now.
And this one just right off the post and
you
in.
can see how close Scrub Killer was. And this one a save from K-Dot.
Yeah. The next one's the goal here for Speed. That pinch just threw off. It threw him off just enough for Speed to get that shot. It was so hard to make that read off the back wall with the ball just coming in screaming like that. And it really benefited Flipside. Such a great play to get that final goal. And that's what it took Flipside to score against Vitality. That pinch, James.
Yes, and then also you can't forget about that long-range Cuxer goal. So, Flipside, the games that they've won, the first game had a couple of goals that made you scratch your head on how those managed to get in, unorthodox goals, and then in this one, a very close game. Vitality having opportunities, even Flipside having opportunities off the backboard to finish off these goals. Neither one of them really making the most of their opportunities, but Flipside, even yesterday, it seemed like they were down and out, and it wasn't until game 5 where they amped it up and closed out the series. Now they have a chance to do it again.
The clutch factor, Flipside, fully familiar with it. In game 5, it's do or die for both of these teams. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Fairy Peak in the corner again, tries to pull that one up, and Vitality, to get back into this, they had trouble penetrating the Flipside defense in game number 4. And you feel like you want Fairy Peak to start hunting on the line again for those demos. You see Flipside getting physical here early, trying to stint this assault from Vitality. No one finds that ball until finally off the ground. But K-Dop keeps it in play. Mystic misses the touch off the backboard.
Double commit.
K-Dop almost rolled it in.
But you can see Cookser was frozen on the wall there because Scrub Killa was jumping in an area where he might have gotten bumped out of the play, but Speed was there to clean up. However, we're seeing some physicality out of Renault Vitality and a good extended attack, but now on the other side of the ball, Speed taking a wide arc around the ball, pass into the middle, and he's gonna find Cookser, Flipside, take the lead.
Speed had some options here. He could go up, okay, I can play this straight up against the back wall. No, I'm going to play it farther up. I see Scrubs play in close post, so let me make this extremely tough for him to save. He does that. Cookster's right there waiting for it. Flipside get the first goal, beautifully executed.
A heads-up play from Speed, taking that wide arc around the ball to get a very scoreable ball over to Cookser, who did not let him down. And now Cookser getting it by Scrub Killa and demoing Fairy Peak.
Oh, Mystic, oh, he just missed that. There's been a couple of key whiffs from Mystic in this series, and a quick transition, he's gonna pay for it. Scrub, Vitality, tying the game.
You called it, Jorby. This counterattack starting as soon as Mystic hit the ball. Speed stuck in no man's land, and just a counterattack executed to perfection by Vitality, and we're tied up.
Now Flipside, once you get smacked in the mouth once, it only takes that here in Game 5 to shore it up, but they really need Mystic to connect on these hits and to save. It doesn't matter. Scrub Killa, Dunk City, 2-1 for Vitality.
Scrub just waiting on the wall, flipping towards the ball, and Cookser not in a spot where he could get the save, and then again, two players in net for Flipside couldn't manage to make the save. Scrub Killa getting his second of the game, and that is a huge goal here for Vitality in Game 5.
Wasn't an actual dunk, but it sure felt like one. Mystic trying to get this out, but Vitality playing aggressive, knowing Flipside eventually gonna crack on this defense. The pass to K-Dop is under. What a shot from K-Dop! 3-1.
K-Dop hasn't been scoring many, but this one was a thing of beauty. Scrub the center, and then look at K-Dop air rolling upside down to keep that ball low and into the corner. K-Dop making it happen.
K-Dop moving to Vitality. Scrub and Fairy were hoping that that was the factor he'd bring to this team. Those kind of plays are the only kind of plays that K-Dop scores. And a light shot by K-Dop is blocked there. And Flipside, again, just trying to clear the ball away. Someone from Vitality is always there. And it's so frustrating on defense where every one of your hits is just met by an opposing color every single time. And you see Fairy Peak, it's like, okay, up the sidewall, no problem. Mystic, can he get back to this? No, he can't find the touch, but it's right to Cookster. And a chance for Flipside. Cookster able to win another challenge, but Scrub catches it, slows it down. Still can't get it out of the corner.
Cookser going for the passing play there, but he just hit it too far out in front of Speed, and Vitality was expecting it, but now that one, a dangerous ball, when it bounces off or bounces down from the corner, but Flipside not able to capitalize, and Cookser denied his double tap follow-up. That shot's also high. Flipside struggling to get their shots on net.
Oh, and racing back, that shot blocked by Mystic. Speed trying to get there quickly. A great follow-up from him opens the net for Mystic for Flipside to stay alive.
Flipside keeping in this one, a big dunk from Speed there, and then beating Fairy to the ball as well. Hustle from him, and Mystic will reap the benefits. No boost, but that's going to be no problem for him. Speed doing all the heavy lifting.
The Flipside's final game yesterday, it was Speed to Mystic, and then Speed to Cookser to win the game. You feel like Speed, you're gonna need those passes to tie this game from him. Maybe those spectacular corner plays that we saw from him earlier in this tournament. He's gonna get another pass quick out to Cookser, but it's boomed away.
What a clear from K-Dop there. That completely froze Flipside's attack in its tracks. But now a chance. Cookser towards net, denied by Fairy Peak, putting that Batmobile to work.
Oh, it's not over either. We're still in the corner. K-Dop hustling for this ball. He's got no boost. Gets the best touch he can. Kuxer wins the challenge. Flying in his Mystic. He can't make it happen. Speed slips under. Flipside tie the game.
And Speed stepping up yet again. Kuxer getting bumped out of the play. Mystic with an important touch there, and Speed waiting to clean up. It was a weak hit, but it was the shot that was needed. Speed tying it up for Flipside, approaching the final minute. This is when it all counts.
Kuxer shot blocked there. A team known for its clutch ability goes down 2 goals in the final game of this set, where it's elimination and you tie the game up with such little time left. You can't ask much more from a game with Flipside in it.
Absolutely, Kuxer in overtime, a clutch goal scoring legend. And Flipside could use a clutch goal right now. But Vitality, they have other things in mind.
That one off the backboard. It's a good touch by K-Dop, but it's only right back to Speed, who probably not the touch he wanted there. Just got away from him, but a lot of hang time in front. Speed dumps it out towards the box. And Kuxer was kind of back, maybe wanting to play that away. A good pass back over to Speed. The shot's off the crossbar. Kuxer slipped the demo, doesn't matter. K-Dop is there to respond. The counterattack with 5 seconds. The shot off the backboard. Here comes Scrub. It's down and out. Speed kills it out towards midfield. Game 5 overtime, James Bott. This is it.
Vitality, they want to silence the critics here. Can they do it, or will Flipside stay alive and hunt for their 2nd major victory in a row?
Oh,
Scrub the shot!
Oh, and a double commit by Flipside. K-Dop able to get the win on Kuxer. But Speed there to follow up. Flying quick is Mystic. Mystic up and almost getting bumped with Scrub, bailing him out as Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak gets the clear. Heads up play by Fairy Peak.
Now Speed, a long hit. Scrub's the last one back. Gets it into the corner. Mystic, center ball. Speed, he's there. Can he hit it? No. And now Mystic will have to play defense.
Oh, Scrub, he knows it too. He tried to play it down, but Mystic played it well. Got it back over to the 3rd. Speed plays it back in. Flipside are going full throttle right now towards the net. Kuxer's shot blocked. Flipside not in a great position. Mystic racing back for this ball. Forced up. No, boost. Scrub killer wins. Vitality move on.
Scrub from his own goal, jumping, hitting it, crossbar down. Mystic didn't have the boost, and a perfect shot, a marvelous shot from Scrub, and a sensational ending to this series. Flipside just narrowly getting eliminated, but what a series from Vitality as they silence the critics with this win.
Sent the house, and they bit dust. Renault Vitality, they've answered the call, James Bott.
Look at that shot. You know, Mystic had every other angle covered. Scrub just puts it crossbar. What can you do? Mystic just a little bit in the tank. Scrub hits the perfect shot.
What a series, and any series.
Look at him.
He's just like, all right,
oh man,
let me relax for a second. I mean, Flipside put together so many good sequences there, and you felt like with
it
Speed
seemed
and
like
Mystic,
they were going to come back.
It felt like they were going to win in overtime. They had that play there, but they couldn't finish. It was just wide of the post, and I feel like even if they did get the shot on target, Vitality had the net covered and played spectacular defense in overtime. And I gotta say, you know, Fairy Peak, absolutely redemption day number 3 here. Sans game 1, he recovered after that. Beautiful, beautiful play. That's it for our quarterfinals match. Desk, take it away.
My goodness, that last shot was so pretty there at the very end. You know, I think the back end of Fairy Peak's name is just showing his potential, man, because that was absolutely ridiculous. He absolutely peaked on that last one.
And this honestly could have been a 3-0 sweep at times. Vitality was like inches away from some perfect passes. It seemed like they were just barely missing. And then just really awkward goals for Flipside Tactics most of the time. I was like, how many rabbit's foots do they got in their pockets?
Dude,
it was very awkward for a little bit there.
Yeah, there were some crazy goals that found their way into the back of the net in favor of Flipside Tactics. But at the end of the day, Vitality's offense just enough to get the job done. Definitely a few things to iron out going into the semifinals, obviously. And you know they're gonna have an idea of what they want to do, but Flipside Tactics, you know,
This seemed, honestly, like a Flipside Tactics win here. Honestly, with Game 4, 0 seconds to tie the game, K-Dop has a double tap that he just drills into the ground. Then Game 5, Scrub Killer has a chance at a double tap with 0 seconds left to win it. And it doesn't happen either. It just seemed like something was against Vitality, but finally, Scrub Killer, the perfect shot, barred down to win it in game number 5.
But the guy who might have something to say about that double tap that went into the ground here is K-Dop himself joining us at the desk. K-Dop, what are some of the thoughts there about maybe that moment that gives us highlighting out and then, you know, the entirety there of that series?
Sorry?
Just the moment of when you double tap the ball, what was going through your mind at that moment? Were you just face palming?
I don't remember this moment.
Smart answer, smart answer. All right, so my question for you is, you're playing Flipside, it goes to a Game 5 overtime. Were you worried because it went to overtime versus Cooks here?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, I feel like we got so much opportunities in this series, and we don't manage to score too much goal, and we can do better next time, but I'm happy for the win.
So what do you guys want to fix going into your semifinal matchup? Do you guys want to make sure you focus more on defense or more on fine-tuning that offense a little more?
I think the defense was good. It just, the offense, we just need to shoot more good, not in crossbar or post, and we're going to be fine, I think.
Okay.
And is any of the pressure here, you know, for the rest of the roster and kind of meshing together, has that been adding up? Or are you know, with your experience, is it just another day in the office here at this tournament?
With this lineup?
Yeah, with the lineup.
Oh, yeah. We play good together, so.
That's awesome.
We scream a lot, so I think we're ready.
All right, well, congratulations there on the
Thank
win
you
there,
very
K-Dub. And we are going to go to a commercial break. But when we do, in fact, come back, we're going to be moving into our semifinals where we see if the veterans of Team Dignitas can take on the new blood of Savage.